Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Mr. Gowan, here with another Final Fantasy XIV video. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Mr. Gowan. You can also call me Mr. G or Mr. or Teacher or Sir or Lord for short, and I start off all my classes by offering students the opportunity to ask me up to 3 questions, provided they're school appropriate. So if you have any questions, please feel free to place them down in the comments below. I would love to answer your questions. So far, no one has actually taken me up on this option in the YouTube sphere, so please feel free to do so. I would love to answer your questions because I love answering questions. Anyway, we're just going to continue the story of Final Fantasy XIV. In case you forgot or are new here, I just finished doing Heavensward, the 3.0 content. So now we're on to 3.1 content. Very exciting. Anyway, as you can see, I'm currently talking to Alphino because I accidentally clicked on it before I actually started the stream, so it's just been like sitting here awkwardly for the last like 5 minutes as I got the stream set up. But yeah, so I guess I'll just read it out because there's no voice acting for this part. Yay. Fortuitous timing as always, Zayden. Tataru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Riol and his men have been making excellent progress. You remember how Flamin helped me to escape the Crystal Braves in Limsa Laminsa, only to disappear? Well, according to Riol, she crept aboard a ship bound for Radzat-Han, where she'd been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we're reunited. As for Ida and Papalimo, the remains of their link pearls have been found, and in Pearl Lane of all places. Riol thinks that they must have disposed of them, but after escaping the Royal Promenade. Hello, Frederick, what do you want? What? He is like screaming at me. Fred, what are you doing? What? Hi. Hi. Can I help you? It better not be about food. You just ate 30 minutes ago. Anyway, continuing on. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. We're all but certain they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. And that, what of Thancred and Mephilia? I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about those two, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted the services of a Charlian scholar, one of the students of Baldesian, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, you say? I should very much like to meet this scholar, if time permits. But first, let me take a selfie. No, I'm just kidding. But first, we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Amric has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Zayden, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. And mayhap we can meet with the scholar afterwards. Agreed? Sure. Why not? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Whatever you say, Tataru. If that's how you feel. The Holy See of Ishgard, the Pillars. Alright, where do I need to go? Foundation. To the Forgotten Knight, I guess. Sure, I guess I'll go talk to the Lord Commander. Why not? But is it voice acted? That's the real question.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, thank God.
I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured. We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities.
Okay.
I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
Yeah, I agree.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited.
You're welcome, Sir Emmerich.
Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
Uh-oh.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
Uh-oh.
It has already begun, and that on both sides.
Oh dear.
Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the broom.
Oh dear.
Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of XIV. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
XIV? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
Who's Vidofnir?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
Yeah, I'll think about it, and I'll get back to you in 5 to 10 business days. It looks like that 5 to 10 business days has come to an end. Apparently I'm going to do it.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens. Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength.
Oh yeah, I guess Nidhogg's back, isn't he?
Nidhogg,
Awkward.
now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph.
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
R.I.P. Asinian, we're gonna have to take you out, so sorry. Well, I will say that one thing that's actually particularly interesting about Final Fantasy XIV is that because it's, because they have to do, like, patches and, like, expansions and stuff, we actually get to explore what happens after the final boss. Which never happens in any of the regular Final Fantasy games. The regular Final Fantasy games, like, you finish defeating the final boss and then all of a sudden everything's hunky-dory. It's all perfect. Everything's, everything goes back to normal and everything's good and dandy. But in this, they're like, yeah, so you may have defeated the final boss, but, things are a bit of a mess right now. Please help. Which I think is very interesting. Hello, Tataru. What do you want? A diplomatic mission to annex Shrine. Shocker. Hello, Alicia. What up? Sure, my boat is ready as I'm never gonna be, I guess. Do we want that hot chocolate? Sure. The answer is actually no, but I cannot say no, so... Rendezvous with Lucia outside Tailfeather. Sure, we can do that, I guess. Why not? Oh my god, stop moving so fast, Jesus. Just, there you go. God damn. Sometimes I just feel like it moves just a little bit quickly. Just like a tiniest bit quickly, but that's fine. A bit sorry. Unable to use? You are currently something? Okay, well, thanks. Hello, dragon. I, like, actually love this dragon so much. It's so cool. Anyway, hello. What do you want? Lucia. Alright, Vidafnir's the dragon. There's a dragon. Forgot. He's over here. He's over here. Frederick, what? Fred's so annoying. Love him, but he's so annoying. He's a bit of a brat. Vidofnir, we come bearing gifts of conversation, which is not really a gift. Thou art ever welcome here, friend of Ysael. But this one I do not know. Pray forgive us this unannounced visit, Vidofnir. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, and our trusted friend. It is an honor to meet you, Vidofnir. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we long believed your kin to be architects of this war, but now we know the truth, that King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the great worm Ratatoska, shattering the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years our leaders conspired to conceal this truth, a truth which was at last laid bare by the Warrior of Light, the Azure Dragoon, and Ysael. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labor to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? Yet dream we must, as Ysael once did, and we must make that dream a reality as she could not. We humbly beseech you, Vidofnir, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. I have heard your request tonight. However, I cannot yet give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerneth my sire. He must needs be consulted. Moreover, the Nath grow bold, even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. Then we will wait. After 1,000 years at war, we shall not give up on peace for want of patience. Ha! Fear not, knight. Thou shalt have mine answer within thy lifetime. So soon? My humble thanks. I shall bear your words to my lord forthwith, until we meet again. Bet. You're like one now. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. To be frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Mayhap I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. Oh, but you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fears for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Sholian. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. Then I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. I can think of no graver matter than 1,000-year war, one which our friends have gave their lives to see ended. Suffice it to say, I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Alfino. I only hope the fates will not hold you to your word. That. Right, it's like 1 minute. Off to Charlotte, I guess. Off to Idleshire. I want that dragon. Come back. Give me your dragon. I'm just kidding. I know they will do that, and it's not how it works, but it's such a pretty dragon. Oh, they're right here. Hello, Yshtola, what up? What is this? Hello, Edred. What? I don't get it. Okay, whatever. We'll deal with that later. Hello, destination. Wooltup. Aw, they're so cute. So cute.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
As you should be. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Kryle, who has recently come from the Sharlayan motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue. You
Okay.
must be the Warrior of Light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, sir.
What does that mean? What do you mean I look the part? Like, I guess that's not a bad thing, but like, what?
And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieux himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
Yes.
We, Miss Kryle and I met at the Studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
Interesting.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the Studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies.
Inspirational.
Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Thank you, Kryle.
No, tell us. I want to know. Spill the tea, sis. Tell me
I
everything.
haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
Meh.
A bit much, but better.
Oh, come
I can tell you've been
on.
putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
No, I want to know. Spill the tea. Tell me everything. What did an 11-year-old Alpino say to
on
all
to
the
more pressing
seniors?
matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Yeah, like a full month or several months after, sure.
Then what are you waiting for?
Wow, okay, chill.
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
You think she's just gonna give
Then
that
let
to
us
you?
all call on her forthwith. I think it best that you explain your plan to her in person.
All the head nods, yep. Standard Final Fantasy XIV fare, you know. quests I allegedly have in here. Jeez. Jeez. Oh yeah, not that one. That's all the way down there. I feel like I should go and at least like talk to this one. So maybe I'll do that. Because it's right here. Joy. What a joy. Malicious moneylender. Tell me more, friend. Tell me more. Ugh. Well, if it isn't Notchbone's partner, so he is here after all. Well, if he won't show his face himself, I'll have to get my money back from you instead. He paid you back everything he borrowed long ago. It's only your ridiculous, unfair interest that's left. And besides, he's not here anyway. Isn't that right, everyone? Psh. Notchbone is here. He lives in Iddleshire now. You're a wise leader, Goblin. You clearly know what could happen to your little settlement if you tried to hide Notchbone from me. Well, where is he? You do not understand. He's one of us now. Most important rule of Iddleshire is to respect friends. Notchbone is friend, and we will protect him. Huh? Do you have any idea what you're saying? Don't you know who I am? I fear you don't know who I am. My name is Edred. Perhaps you've heard of me. If you'd like to try your luck against me, be my guest. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the first person to put up a decent fight before I put you down. Ha! You expect me to believe a tale like that? Wait, I've seen your face before. On the bounty posters. You're Edred? The White Thunder of Thanalan? This is a curious city. They call it a free city for free people, and there's everyone from the famed mercenaries to assassins to... Well, let's just say that our little group here knows how to handle itself in a fight. Yes, we are strong. We will protect Notchbone, and you must leave. And you! You don't look like some ordinary adventurer either. What is this godforsaken city? Bye. We did it! He's gone! Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. All problems are nicely fixed. Uplander Slowfix had one last request. Please meet Slowfix back at Iddleshire. I'll think about it. I'm sure I'll be back in Iddleshire at some point. Look at this beautiful sky. Which doesn't have that many stars, actually, surprisingly. Oh, Cryle. Wow, that's it. Alright, Please be voice acted.
that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
That tracks.
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Same, girl, same.
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Kryl, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the Isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Inspirational.
Croyle, you too possess the echo.
Not another echo user. Oh my gosh.
Well, yes, of course I do.
What? Okay. You're just gonna be like, yeah, obviously. Like, doesn't everyone?
Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
Is that right?
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to.
No.
Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yes, yes, that's all well and good, but you still
Sounds
haven't
like a
told me
plot
why you're
device.
here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
Hello, Mr. Kevin. How's it going?
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience. Oh, wait here.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
Okay.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light.
What? That's
But
new.
as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
Okay, so where's my crystal of light?
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which serve to guide the elementals to Y'shtola.
Okay.
Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
I'm waiting for Matoya to be like, absolutely not.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself.
Damn.
So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Just be
Thank
like,
you, Master Matoya.
oh, I actually kind of need to take it to XYZ. Any chance you want to join us? But nay.
Then let us begin. From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
Okay.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
Alright, let's go find Daddy Thancred. Oh. Our poor misguided Thancred. Yeah, get me out of this cave. Wait, where am I going? It might be a good idea to just, like, actually look. Off to Tailfeather. Excellent, excellent. Hello, Alfie. Watch it turn out that Thancred's just been chilling in this village the whole time. Lupard. What do you have to say, sir? Oh, searching for a friend. This is Alfino's sketch. He just made a sketch of him. He's like, here, this is approximately what he looks like. I guess they don't exactly, like, take pictures in this day and age in this game, do they? It is interesting, actually. They have all this, like, technology to, like, test the levels of, like, ether and, like, see the ether and all that, and, like, teleportation stuff, but, like, they don't have cameras. Or video. It's rather fascinating. Smoldering wastes. Is that down below? Yes, it is. Ah, hello. My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many hunters as we could. Many have made our camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chanced to see the man's face, his height and build matched Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess. Okay. So you have heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You are implying that Thancred sent a Vath to market in his stead. Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the live stream as naked as your name day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred himself found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Let's find out. Quite right, Cryle, quite right. Really? You're giving me potions? Why? Ugh. No, I don't want to talk to her. I want to talk to Alfie. Gosh darn it. Okay. Great hunters, we welcome you once more to Lothlust Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man with whom we are told you have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey? No, he's not prey, but a friend long missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly? And you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. The fleshling clothed in skins came to us from some isle, lost and weak. We offered meat and hides in trade, and in exchange we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh, so skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them. And where is he now? Gone to Lothast Nath, not long ago, when we heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more. Ravana has returned? Vidofnir did say that the Nath had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters. Let the not claim him as a sacrifice. Cool. Anyway, I only have a bunch of quests that I need to clear because, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll deal with it later. Not today. Or at least not right now. Maybe later this evening, but we'll see. Excuse me. Oh, right there. I was like, oh, hello? Whoa, up. Hostile presence. Come hither, mine friend. Mwah. Correct. Destroyed.
Who else could be? Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
Yeah. 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 It's not big of a deal. Oh, it's the Warrior of Darkness. Right, I forgot. He is handsome little devil. Correct! And that's how Ravana died. Didn't even need us. Well, it's not Thancred, so... dear, not the echo.
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever.
He's so pretty. I'm just gonna, like, let this sit for a second. Just to, like, you know, take it all in, you know? I've discovered, like, in recent history that I'm just really attracted to blue eyes. Like, anyway, doesn't matter. Moving on.
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
Mm-hmm.
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not.
Ooh. R.I.P.
So you are the warrior of light, the savior of Eorzea.
Sure am. Want to get to know me better? No, I'm just kidding.
It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
You're a bit of a dick.
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
Sure does.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are.
They're gonna be like,
Shall we
nah.
show them?
Ooh. Okay. Wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Really? For cereal? Y'all, come on now. Wreck me. Just kidding. Oh, was that Thancred? It is. He's missing an eye. wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Dude, what kind of job is he? Like, he's obviously a warrior, but what kind of job is that? I know he becomes a gunbreaker at some point, based off of the videos that I've seen. And by the videos, I mean, like, whatever they're called. The things that you can see at, like, the start of the game.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it.
He's like...
Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
I hope so. I'm just kidding. Anyway, Thancred's like really giving me like Noel from Final Fantasy 13-2 vibes. Like that seems to be like his like weapons choice, which is very interesting.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Yep. Why is he missing an eye? Or is he just like blind in one eye?
Thancred, are you all right?
Also, his hair is really long now.
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
Oh, his voice is different. Ugh. I don't know if I like it. I mean, based off of like strictly that, I don't know if I like it. But we'll see.
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then... Had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the Altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
Interesting.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement.
Ew.
From them, I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more.
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
That would be my guess. Are we getting into like a multiverse situation? Is that what's happening right now? Oh my god, so much story dumping. Jeez. Blessed with the power of the Echo and driven to put down Primals. Despite this declaration that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals should have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not soon forget their like. Nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Ida and Popolimo found Zayden. Ah, the memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merry men and women had killed a god. I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us naught. There is far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravonna is no more. Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Amric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs here well in hand, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance with the search for Minfilia. Wait. Minfilia's missing? I thought she escaped with Zayden. I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence. Vidofnir, we come bearing good news. Ugh, another video. Oh my god, okay. So many cutscenes. I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard. My thanks, Vidofnir. But it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravonna, who had been summoned by the Gnath, has again been laid low. Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks. Would that we could take credit. The god fell by another's hands. Another? Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Gnath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well. Regarding the Ishgardian's invitation, as promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. 4,000 years have I mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal or be it for woe. Such is the folly and the glory of man and of dragon. He hath entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light. Then you accept Sir Emmeric's invitation? Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people. We are honored to receive your answer and will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Isael. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend,
there,
honorable men plotted to deprive them of another. Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
No way, not Sir Emeric being stabbed.
Fain wash the paving stones of foundation with the tyrant's blood.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll live.
Honorable men, whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
He doesn't die here. No way. I don't buy it. It's a lie. Like, they can't just kill him off screen. Come on. I mean, like, I guess it wasn't, like, really off screen, but, like, it was, like, off screen for our main screen, for, like, our main characters. What does KEKW stand for again? I know you like told me once before, but I literally don't remember. Hello, Lucia. We come bearing news. You have returned! In this, at least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Emeric's invitation. She has? These are great, glad tidings indeed. Oh, right. I forgot BTVFFZ emoji. I need to, like, actually look that up. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, is he otherwise engaged? Aye, sleeping off a night to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The chirurgeons will tell me he will make a full recovery, but had Lord Edmont and Lord Artoirel not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. Not long after, buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Buggers caught us completely by surprise. We've been doused in the fires, but for every one we put out, it seems like 2 more start up. Casualties mountain, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them? Then let us be about it. Alrighty. Excuse me. The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both the pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alfino and Mistress Jistola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning Zayden and me get the pillars. Oh, they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogue striking a pose over there be joining us? Thancred, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you too, my lady. I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A Scion, eh? And there I was thinking I'd found the fellow ruffian amongst all those illustrious personages. I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all. While we could begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passers-by, in my experience every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know things he or she should not. Oh, aye. The infamous Lord Emmanuel de Fortant, lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Zayden. He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzled I will accept, but old. I mean, his hair is silver. Kind of did it to himself, you know? To the Crozier. Miley. Oh, so sad. Ooh, we get to use an old man voice. Come, my brothers and sisters. There is food and shelter enough for all in the basilica. Helode's blessings be upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There's so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop and Sir Amric. and the Dravonians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed to the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So, the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good. This madness has gone on far too long. Would that I could do something to aid you in your search, but I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, and may the Fury guide your steps. Interesting. Unruffled refugee. Hello, hello. I come bearing questions. Oop, this way apparently. Okay, off to the broom, I guess. Full disclosure, I'm probably gonna call it soon. I know it's only been an hour and 15-ish minutes, but I don't know. It's been one of those days, you know? Silence will avail you not, sir. Ah, Zayden, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. We found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings. According to eyewitnesses, he was also present before the fires broke out. We wished to have words. He did not, so we insisted. Let me go, damn it! You've got the wrong man! My, but you reek of oil. And are those burns on your hands? An occupational hazard, I suppose. But tell me, does arson pay well? I'm the victim, you imbecile! Look at me! Aye, that you are, after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already spun us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these highborn types rarely do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you rabid and begged us to put you down. That's Bullocks! He's the one who he's the one that told me to keep going. Oh, shocker. Even a sinner such as myself could find salvation in the Fury's work, he said. I'd left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day, like a good man. But he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it. Hilda, would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the congregation? Aye, so long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. That was incredible, Thancred. But how did you know he would confess? Well, I've seen his like before. A troubled soul, manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it worth the risk. And if our captor had called your bluff, must we entertain hypotheticals? The world as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were orchestrated by a person or persons of influence. I think it best that we now return to the congregation and discuss how best to proceed. More info dumping. On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, I thank you all. The man you apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that we had not turned in his master, he will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Pardon the intrusion, First Commander. Ah, Lord Otwarel. Are you come to see your father? He is attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Then do not let me detain you. And thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. Big ol' bow. My Lord Otwarel did not seem to be in the best of spirits. 'Tis little wonder, Master Alfino. His father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. What are these? Yeah, I don't want those. Okay. Oh dear. Alright. Alright, I think I'm just going to accept this one and then we're going to end it for today, most likely, unless it leads to something very interesting.
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Nay.
Far too many to count.
He lives!
Commander, your wounds.
Oh, whatever.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
Interesting.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond.
Oh.
They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
Interesting.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
Oh, Alright then. That's interesting.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These
yeah, there's a lot of people who know
rage
now, so.
against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Are we about to do a dungeon?
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Bet. How many of them can we take out? No, I'm just kidding.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Intriguing. Rendezvous with Emmerich and the Pillars. Yeah, this is interesting. We might as well continue, I guess, for right now. I just want to like see if it leads to a dungeon, and if it does, then I will go to said dungeon, I guess. I'll probably save the dungeon for another playthrough, but you know, whatever. It's an instance. Ooh, fancy. I guess we can do this instance. That's fine. If it was a full dungeon, it would be a little bit long, but you know, an instance usually pretty short. That should be fine. Right? Maybe? Question mark? Okay. Ragged refugee. Okay. You know, try and kill the refugee. That was deeply unsettling, so. Okay, is there a reason it won't let me lock on to the actual enemies? Jesus. Well, got 1 of 6. Like, it just keeps locking onto all the, like, other players, or the other, like, NPCs, and, like, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, by all means, move out of glacial phase. Hello. Okay, is there... How annoying. And for some reason they won't lock onto me.
Down with you!
Wait, really? Oh, Lord, Apparently, we're just not gonna have any enemies lock onto us today, so that's kind of annoying. It's like they don't even see that I'm here. Like, come on. Get with it. They see me from all the way over there, huh?
You underestimated me.
Wrecked. Sir Simeon Nod, lay down your arms and release the hostages, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Ha! The word of a heretic and kinslayer. I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Ooh, bring it. Let's see them. Hell yeah. Give me the chess pieces. Unlike you, Sir Emmerich, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the Fury's judgment. So it is to be a trial, then. Lord Artwarel, Sadin, leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Simeonard. Alright, whatever. If that's what you request. Okay. So, like, where are the other hostages? No, please. These things just die? Jeez. Bye. God, it's not locking onto anything. But where? Bonds untied 2 of 3. Okay, so like, where's the last one? It's over here. Alright, alright. In the secret walls. Ruined. So there's still another hostage somewhere? But where? Well, like for real, where? Further down? Question mark. am I supposed to be looking for? No, I was already here. Unless it's like... No, it can't go that way. So where am I going? I'm running out of time here. It's not these ones. I don't get it. I'm out of time. Yeah. So I have to go, like, heal Amok or something? Or just, like, save him? Or, like, what's happening? Great, he has 6 vitality remaining. I've run out of time for sure. There's no way. It's 3, a 2, a 1.
Down with you!
axe does not yield! Where is he? Where is he?
Come no closer!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But I...
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment?
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Freysfelder?
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers? After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for a lasting peace with the Jovanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of Horsefon in you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
Yeah, Ishgard's dead. Oh my god. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vidofnia could not stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less than well. Or rather less well than her arrival. Well timed scarcely does justice, but 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ishgardians who yet harbored doubts will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Amric's words. Well, 'tis only meet that I inform Tataru of what has occurred here. If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Manor. Allow me to accompany you? Tataru would never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment, Zayden. I wish a word. Tell me, does Thancred seem quite well to you? So you sense it too. A subtle change, imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination... Sorry, Charlie's in the way. I saw that his etheric flow had been irreparably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do much to explain why he chose to remain within the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey. And when he learned that a nearby beast tribe was making preparations to summon a primal, it may well have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than speculation. Until I have proofs, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Cryo may have charmed Master Matoya for now, but who can say for how long it will last? Cute. I guess I might as well go finish the quest since we're already here. And then it's definitely going to be end of video time. Sorry that I went really quiet there for the last 15 minutes. I was really frustrated. I did not have a particularly good day, so to have a failed duty on top of all of that was just really frustrating.
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
Oh, yeah, I did hear that story. Sorry, I was reading a story. So, you said, I saw a story the other day. A friend of Stephen Critchlow, the actor who played Edmond that passed away last year, started playing this year just because he wanted to hear his friend's voice again. And he made it to Ishgard, and 2 weeks ago, just in time for the anniversary of his passing. Yeah, I actually did see that same story. The story that I read, the title was something along the lines of man plays for 100 plays Final Fantasy 14 for 100 hours or something to hear his friend's voice again. It was very cute.
A shield, my lord?
Fit for a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Okay. I don't have any use for his shield, but thanks. I'm not a paladin.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room.
Don't be
My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Interesting.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zemail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge. Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread.
Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
I don't have an answer for you, to be honest. That's up to you to decide, sir.
But then I thought of my brother. A knight lives to serve, to aid those in need.
Alright. The thing that I was gonna say, apparently.
When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way. You were a brother to Haurchefort. Will you be a brother to me as well?
I'll think about it. Probably not, but like, oh, just kidding. The thinking's over. Apparently I will. I have nodded, apparently.
Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard.
Someone was deep in thought. I wonder what's going on there.
To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
I didn't even know wheel was a word until today. From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Forton, Heavensward, as goes light, so goes darkness. Fascinating. Oh my god, what? Jesus. This is thy proof, the Garan Oracles, Apocrypha. It is a truth long forgotten, a tale of the beginning and of the path we have been set upon. I have no idea who this is. Oh, it is him. Perfect, great. That worked out. Oh dear. Our fates were ordained long ago, Archon. The Garleans are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Man is sketch. Not Alfie. Or Alize. Could be either, I guess. Oh, I just finished the first patch. I didn't know I finished it. I thought that I thought there would be more, but alright, cool. How many patches are there? I assume this is the end of 3.1, but you know. Well, everyone has like their orders. The masks will like attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know like what hit them. I fear it will be bloody. By Rolga, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I like know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to like fulfill them. Every one. Five major ones, and yes, this is the end of 3.1. Cool. As goes light, so goes darkness. Excellent. Very nice, very nice. Well, might as well accept the next quest, and then that will for sure be it. Alfino! Zayden! I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Flamin, Horribulda, and Coltonet. Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scions' good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lominsa. They should be arriving any moment now. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on. And you don't mind being spied on, okay. Quite. But what wonderful news. I think that our reunion is close at hand. Whatever. A pleasure to see you, Alfino. Ah, Thancred. And Kryl. What brings the two of you here? Kryl and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. And we may have just found the answer. Really? Zayden, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind. That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Zayden felled the Ultima weapon, in the site of my personal ignominy. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Kryl and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein. The two of you? Alone? I have a proven knack for subterfuge, and I am confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryl while the patrols pass. Besides, if you and Zayden come along, who will see to Flamin's grand homecoming? When you put it like that... Very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrades' return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Lominsan docks? Meh. Then I shall see the four of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels. Alright, cool. Well, apparently this is the start of 3.2 question mark. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. In fact, actually, it ended up being a 2-hour stream anyway. Here I thought I was gonna end at like the 1 hour and 15-minute mark, but alas, 45 minutes have passed. Yeah, so if you were watching, thanks for watching. Special thanks to Mr. Kevin, as always. For anyone who's watching in retrospect, thanks for watching. And for anyone who's watching on YouTube, if you made it to the 2-hour mark, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's challenge, and you have received a week's supply of 2,000 points to use at your discretion. What are those points used for? No one knows, but feel free to figure it out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. And, yeah. I guess that's it for now. I guess I'll see you next time.